Close your eyes and imagine you create a fantasy world that you run to when life gets uncomfortable. A world that provides a view of comfort, peace, pleasure, intimacy. You run here to escape your daily lives because you don't want to confront your own problems. However, you begin to lose yourself in this world. The real world around you begins to fade away, and the people around you don't matter anymore, because all that matters now is living in this broken illusion. This once seemingly comforting world begins to spiral into a dark hole of depression, isolation, and no hope. This was my world from age 10 to 21, and pornography consumed my life. Let's take a look at 3 ways that porn destroys the mind. First, porn creates social isolation. But who watches these videos? According to Enough is Enough, which is a nonprofit organization that strives to make efforts to make the internet a safer place, says 50% of 11 through 13-year-olds, 65% of 14 through 15-year-olds, and 78% of 16 through 17-year-olds reported having seen porn in some way. So, how does porn influence isolation? Fight the New Drug is an organization that brings awareness to the harmful effects of pornography. They stated porn offers consumers temporary relief from anxiety, depression, and loneliness. The worse their consumers' anxiety and isolation grow, the more reason they have to turn back to porn. Also, Stephen Southern, who is a licensed psychologist, said in his scholarly article on sexual health, exposure to internet pornography may affect the capacity of adolescents to develop communication and interpersonal skills that are needed to build relationships. So not only does pornography drive the person away from other people, it also deprives that person of all the opportunities that they could have in order to build their communication skills and their relationship skills. With those points in mind, let's dive deeper into how pornography creates a false sense of intimacy. So, in your own words, what is intimacy and what does that look like? Intimacy can mean closeness, getting to know a person, building that emotional connection with a person. But what porn does is says that intimacy is only sex. So when you enter into a personal relationship, now your only view is, what can this person do for me sexually, and that's it. Talia Rodriguez, who is a communications major at Grand Canyon University, said, marriage is a very selfless and servant role for each partner. However, pornography feeds onto one's own self-interest rather than meeting the interests of their partner. So we've looked at how porn drives us to isolation, gives us a false view of intimacy. So what is going on in our brains during this time of watching these videos? According to Fight the New Drug, we have something called a reward system in our brains, and it releases a feel-good chemical called dopamine in response to behaviors that we perceive as positive. So the more and more we watch porn and we perceive this as something that feels good and is comforting, the more dopamine is being released into our brains, and this creates those addiction cycles. To wrap it up, porn creates isolation, porn creates a false sense of intimacy, and porn creates addiction cycles. If you don't remember anything from this video, just remember that all it takes is one video to corrupt the mind. And this is what pornography does to your mind. However, there is a cure, and that cure is repenting and allowing the blood of Jesus Christ to renew your mind. And I have been set free from this bondage of pornography for over a good year. And this is now my mind.